Yeah, it's kind of there's a Mariano store. It used to be the old Wheaton Central High School, and then it became Hubble Middle School. And then they tore that down. Then they built a Mariano store high up above, and now the water just runs down from that high up parking lot down onto the street and in the park. And I just saw pictures. It was just awful. They have to close that street off when it rains because the flooding is so bad.
So then the road
10-9, you were getting staticky there.
store is underwater then?
No, the store, they built it kind of high up. So they built the store in the parking lot kind of high up on a hill type thing, and then they have all of the water running down. Any water that collects in the parking lot can just run down into the park. And I'll have to send you some pictures. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, guess we'll let Mike get back in here now. I'm just listening. Go ahead and chitter chatter if you want to BS with Ryan.
I think we should all keep the conversation going. We should have a huge talk group. Did you see any damage down there, Mike?
Nope, not down here.
Were the winds pretty strong?
Well, when I got done dropping off Donny this afternoon, I know as soon as I passed Hank's work 20 there, oh my God, the storm, the rain came gushing, and the wind was blowing my dad's truck, trying to hit other vehicles, and whoa!
Yeah, the winds was crazy. There was a lot of we had high winds up here. It was just coming down for a good, I'd say, half hour. It was just pounding down on the top of the house, all around us. And, it's been kind of good. We've been kind of in just a mini drought these past few days. So it's kind of good for the grass and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we needed it, but not that strong.
Yeah, that's a good point. Donnie, did you see any damage down there or whatever?
No, it was windy a little bit, and the thunderstorm hit us bad. It went boom. It made me and Mikey's government jump before I left over there.
Yeah, it freaked my cat out a little bit, that's for sure.
All right, we got a cat lover. Hallelujah, we got a cat lover in the house.
Oh yeah, I love cats. I've got a cat. I've had her since 2012. I got her for my something's birthday. I can't remember what birthday I got my cat for, but yeah, I've had my cat for a few years. Really good cat for the most part.
Yeah, I'm a cat lover myself.
Dogs are too wild, too wild.
Yeah, you got that right. Sloppy and messy.
And they bark too much.
Yeah, you got that right.
Hank, do you like dogs or do you like cats? I guess Hank disappeared on us.
I think you keyed on him.
I keyed on him. Whoops. If anything, he should have the stronger signal since he's all the way out there in Joliet. He should have the stronger signal to the repeater. He should be the one blocking my signal out.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm all the way out here in Manuka, so Donny's the closest one to the repeater right now.
Yeah, like I was saying, we got to get the other Mike and Mark on this repeater, Mark hasn't been on this thing in a long time. I kind of miss those two guys out here.
Yeah, too. I'm the lucky one. I'm close to the repeater. Mark that. You're wrong. Mikey's closest to the repeater.
But he's not on.
That is true.
So it doesn't really count.
Hey Mike, what radio are you on?
TK-880.
Version 2.0.
And you're out there at your house?
Yep.
What kind of antenna are you using?
The one I always had on my van, the one that you gave me, the radio I'm having issues with is a walkie-talkie. That needs a new rubber duck antenna.
Okay. Well, whatever you're using now, you ought to just keep it that way. You're sounding like you're right here in town.
Yeah, it's not well, I'm on the mobile right now. I'm not on the walkie-talkie.
That's all right. Keep using that one then. What, are you running it off of a battery in the house?
No, I'm in my van right now. I got the TK-880 that I got from Ryan. I think Ryan said the version 2.0. I got it hooked up in my van.
Hank, I was meaning to ask you all those TK-880 units you were telling me about when we met up this past Saturday. Do you know if those are version 1.0 or version 2.0 units?
I never had to program mine.
Yeah, but you can tell on the 880s, you can tell by the lettering on the front. If the lettering on the front is gold color, then it's a 2.0. If it's white, it's 1.0. And then the back says version 2.0. I was just asking if you know those. I was just curious if you know that those 880s you have are version 1.0s or version 2.0s.
Well, all the writing on the front of my radios are white.
Okay. Yeah, because the ones, just the Kenwood logos on your 880s, just the Kenwood logos are gold in color. So that's one easy way to tell the two apart.
Oh, okay. Well, everything that I'm using is pretty old. That's the same one that Mike has over there at his place. He's got it built into a power supply.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I was just talking to Mike here about tracking down, he wants one more of those 880s for his house, and I've been finding them on eBay pretty cheap, so I'm going to see if I can track him down one more version 2.0 unit.
Yeah, the ones I got were $50 a piece. So, I got 6 of them. And they're the older version with the white writing on the front.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. So they're version 1.0s then. So those do have the FleetSync options, Mike, but they're just very limited. So that little chirp, that courtesy chirp, the side tone that sounds when you're keying up, those ones don't have it. I had a version 1.0 380 for a little while, and I was frustrated. I couldn't find out why that chirp wasn't working. And they're like, oh, that's not on the version 1.0. It's only on the 2.0. And I'm like, crap.
Yeah, I'd rather get the 2.0.
Yeah, the 2.0s have a lot of features the 1.0s don't have. Like I was saying, that courtesy chirp that you have and a lot of other FleetSync features and stuff like that. The 2.0s are definitely the better ones. I've got one sitting right here that I'm keeping in my collection. That's the one that's the second one I bought after I bought the one that you have right now. But and that one's been working pretty good, so I'll see if I can track you down one more. Like I said, they're going for cheap on eBay right now, a lot less than $50, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not war.
Yeah, well, that's more than just a courtesy chirp. That's like an MDC identifier for going into a special repeater.
Yeah, that's it's FleetSync push-to-talk ID. So his I've got his radio sending out a push-to-talk ID of 100 1000 minus transmitting an ID of 108 1353. And it's pretty cool too because I can do I've tried paging selective calls with him, so we've figured out how to make that work. So that's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, well, that's for more like a privacy setup. If you don't want to hear everybody on the frequency, you can just close your decode, and then you got to have that chirp to open up your receiver.
Yeah, you can have it set like that too. This is just like open though. So selective calls with FleetSync, you can program them for open or private. I've just got it programmed for open. A majority of companies don't actually use private, but those private calls are cool too. Guys, my 8180 is getting pretty hot here. I'm going to change over to my 880. I will be back in a couple minutes. WQXZ 773.
Way too many people keying up at once.
Sorry, let me try that again. I'm going to switch radios here. My 8180 is getting pretty hot. WQXZ 773.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying is I like to keep all my receivers open so that I hear everybody that's on the frequency, so I don't just jump on and start transmitting over the top of somebody else. Yeah. Well, being that you're that close to the repeater, you'll be able to just have the antenna inside the house and use it that way too.
Yeah, so or I'll just, if you won't let me put it up, I'll just get on my walkie-talkie and talk that way.
Yeah, probably. But it's always nice to have a base station that you can use. Run it off of a battery in the house there, and just have some kind of charger to maintain the battery.
Yeah, as soon as I get some extra money going here for myself, after I get done moving in over there, I'm gonna get a battery, save more money, and I want to get one of them Trinkle chargers like Mikey's got.
WQXZ 773 back in the group.
Yeah, that one Mike's got was about $80.
Yeah, so where did you get it at? That battery place, or?
Yeah, he bought everything together. I think the battery was only about $40 or $50, but the charger was the expensive part. He bought them all at the same time while we were there up at Interstate, and so far he's had real good luck with that thing because it's an automatic charger, so it maintains the battery. So he can just leave it plugged in all the time, and it'll just switch itself on and off as needed.
Yeah, as soon as the battery slowly dies, it'll automatically kick back on and charge it back up, and it'll shut down again, right?
Yeah, it's a completely automatic charger, so he can just leave the thing plugged in and let it run all the time, and then the only time it goes in is if the voltage drops far enough on the battery, and then the charger will kick back in and top it off. Then that way, if they ever have a power outage over there, then the charger just drops out, and he's running off the battery. And then when the power comes back on, the charger just comes back online again and tops off the battery for him.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. Instead of the way I had it set up when you sent me that battery and that Trinkle charger or whatever it was that burnt up.
Yeah, well, that's why I like using solar panels too, because they don't cook the batteries to death, you know. It doesn't overcharge. And, you know, that way it's pretty much automatic. I don't have to remember to turn something on or anything like that, you know. It's, you know, as long as the sun shines, it's charging the batteries up in the basement. Yeah, buddy.
Hank, I remember when you were talking to Mike last year, I was recording that GMRS conversation for the first time for the YouTube video, and you were talking to Mike about him using a power supply with his radios, and you were like, shame on you. Get a solar panel.
That's right. Because he's charging off of the grid, which is a big no-no. You should throw some panels up, and that way you'll have free power.
Yeah, I understand where you guys are coming from, but you got to realize my dad told me 1 antenna, and I did my limit on 2, and I'm surprised he didn't yell at me. And I was going to get some solar panels, see if he was going to yell at me, but didn't happen that way because we got to move now.
I'm just as guilty as you are, Mike. I'm running a power supply, so.
Well, you know what you do. If you want to start out cheap, you just get one of those Harbor Freight kits. It comes with 3 panels and a charge controller, and you can just set them up on a stand outside in the yard. You don't have to put them on the roof of the house. Just put them someplace out in the yard where they can pick up good sunlight and run the wire in through a window or something.
Yeah, that's understandable. I understand where you're coming from, but I'd rather do the battery thing with the automatic trickle charger, whatever they're called, things they're called.
I'll have to check out that Harbor Freight kit sometime.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Comes with 3 solar panels. They're about 15 watts apiece. And then you got your charge controller. And you got a voltmeter on there. The only thing that the kit doesn't come with is the battery.
Hey, speaking of Harbor Freight, you got one down there by you there, Ryan?
10-4.
Cool.
Yeah, probably about, 15, 20 minutes from my house. They have some pretty cool things there. Harbor Freight's a nice place. We bought a couple engines from them for our go-karts. They have some great Honda knockoff engines. I think that's about it.